Welcome to Red Eye 2.0 and the end of my political future. I'm Dana Perino, in for Greg Gutfeld. Let's go to America's Sweetheart, TV's Andy Levy, for our pregame report. Andy, what's coming up on tonight's show?
Thanks, Greg. Our top story tonight, Rolling Stone's upcoming issue featuring a sexy cover with alleged Boston Marathon bomber Jahar Tsarnaev. We'll take a fair and balanced look at this last desperate attempt for relevance from a once great magazine next. Plus, a woman fired for being too good-looking? I'm just thankful that could never happen to a man. Can you imagine if I believed half the crap I say? And finally, Jenny McCarthy is heading to The View. We'll have tips on how you can vaccinate yourself from her craziness straight ahead. Greg?
Thanks, Andy, except I'm Dana, not Greg.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I only see height, so I had no idea. My bad.
All right. Well, let's welcome our guests. I'm here tonight with author, columnist, and Fox News contributor Jedediah Bila. Will Ron, deputy editor of The Daily Caller. His ebook is called The Lizard King. Bill Schultz. He's one of the most delightful and responsible men I have ever met. And sitting right next to me is comedian Sherrod Small. He'll be headlining Comics Comedy Club at Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut on August 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Hashtag Red Eye.
A-Block. The lead. That's the first story. Hey, Greg. Oh,
So
hey,
he's more-
Dana. It's
yeah,
about
me.
time we got a professional host.
It is about time that Red Eye had a vast improvement, and I'm glad that I could be here tonight. All right, he's more idle than evil, or so it seems. Rolling Stone has a story about the Boston bomber, which promises to reveal how he, quote, became a monster. But the cover pictures prompted an avalanche of anger. It's reminiscent of the magazine's iconic shots of rock stars like Jim Morrison. And critics say it's a wet kiss to a terrorist and could send a dangerous message to Jahar's supporters. CVS, Walgreens, and other retailers have refused to carry the issue, but Rolling Stone defends their decision, saying, quote, the fact that Jedediah, whatever his name is young and in the same age group as many of our readers makes it all the more important for us to examine the complexities of this issue. For more on that, let's go to Red Eye's senior media correspondent. Not Jasper, but adorable. Okay, let me ask you something, Sherrod.
Yes.
Earlier today, Rolling Stone, when they issued their statement, they said that their hearts go out to the victims of the Boston bombing.
Well,
Do you
prove
think
it.
that their hearts were in, where they were thinking about the
Wrong
victims?
choice. Wrong choice. First of all, I give Rolling Stone this. Out of all the bombers in America, he is the sexiest. The Unabomber, not a looker. Just not a looker.
No, I mean, that cabin thing was really rough.
But he's not coming out with an album or going on tour, so why is he on the front of Rolling Stone?
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
This was offensive to me. Jedediah, your thoughts?
Well, I think they want us to sympathize with him and to sort of feel his pain and to try to understand how society and his family made him the way he is, the psychological complexity of it all. What I loved is that this is an issue where celebrities finally came out and said, I've had enough. Across the spectrum, right-wing, left-wing, Rolling Stone has finally managed to make everyone angry, and that I'm absolutely grateful for.
But that's what's interesting, Will, is that it seems to me that Rolling Stone doesn't understand why people are angry. One of their defendants today said, well, they do say he's a monster on the cover, but the whole point is the image, that they make him look like glamour shots.
They said Nelly was a monster, too, because his album was terrific.
Who's Nelly?
He's the rapper. Dana, do your research, Dana.
I didn't know Nelly was coming up, Nelly.
And first of all, here's my argument with this. From his point of view, the last thing you want to do or come off as before you do life in prison is sexy.
That's a good point.
Yes. That's the last thing you want people to think before you go into prison.
Yeah,
like, yeah, I got your cover, man.
Yeah, I want to be ugly. Right. What do you think? Because Rolling Stone today, they seem like they don't understand why anybody's angry.
Well, the first thing to remember is that, you know, a magazine's primary job is to sell magazines. And this is all really helping them do that. The second thing to keep in mind is how cute is it that Rolling Stone thinks that their readers are in the same demographic? Yeah. When was the last time you saw like a 23-year-old reading Rolling Stone? When was the last time that happened?
Yeah, they better get Mac Miller on the front of that cover.
Does anybody?
Who?
Exactly.
How many people actually buy the magazine?
No one.
Yeah, I can't.
I don't know a single
Bill,
person.
you've been a lifetime subscriber because you're not one of those people who goes into a store and flips through magazines and reads things and then puts it back like you never read it. You never do that.
I don't. I respect the printed word too much, Dan.
Yeah.
Can't read it. but I respect it. Shiraz's absolutely right. This kid's future cellmate is already practicing on that magazine.
Yes.
He is getting a workout with that episode.
It's a in the cover picture.
Yeah, all right. This is a family show. I'm not going to explain that to Dana. You're safe already. But there's a reason why they had that photo of him on the cover. Because that's what he looks like. He looks like that in every single picture. And if America is into people with unkempt hair and a faraway stony look in their eye as well, there's nothing we can do about that, is there? But the fact of the matter is, we are addicted to outrage.
Yeah.
Manufactured outrage.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. If all the pundits that I've been listening to all day, so outraged about this cover, really felt that way, then why are they giving it so much publicity? Actually, can we do that again, but you zoom in? If they really felt that way,
do it in post.
then why are they giving it so much publicity?
No, hold on a second, though, because
Think about it, America.
I hate manufactured outrage, but this guy is. I mean, this guy's responsible for killing Americans.
Yeah.
You could have chosen another picture of him. Yes. You chose a picture that
he looks like that in all of them.
That's not what
he looks like he just finished up a Bond.
That is a sex symbol photo that is meant for young people, particularly young women who are already holding signs in support of him, to sit back and say, well, maybe this guy was misguided.
Yeah.
Maybe he was misled. That was aimed at those very.
If there was a photo of his gaping wound protruding out of his torn shirt, I would want them to use it, but it has not been released, and I'm thankful for that because I have a weak stomach.
But okay, but Will, when they say on the cover, you're in the print world, well, the printed word,
sure,
but it's actually online. But anyway,
the Daily Caller.
When they say monster, like, doesn't that mean that monsters usually have some darker lighting, or maybe like look a little bit more ominous, rather than looking like an angel?
Well, they could have done that thing, remember what Time Magazine did to O.J. Simpson back in like the 90s and everything? I mean, the fact is, he is like a good-looking guy, and there were a lot of these like glamour selfies.
He's not a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
The other thing is that people call him a kid. At 19, do you think you could still call him? What did you say?
I would hit it. I would hit it.
He meant he would hit him because he's a patriot.
Could I try again?
He's got a little Johnny Depp in him, I guess.
He's going to have a little Johnny cell block in him in about 2 months.
Oh, yeah. This is just the A block.
Sorry.
A block, not cell block.
Yeah.
He's 19 years old. Should he be called a kid?
No, 19? No, you old
I'm
enough to do
using it
girl
like
stuff.
colloquially. Ever since I hit 40, I've been calling everybody a kid.
That's right.
It's just something about the age, you know?
I get it.
I think it's societal, though, Dana. I mean, we live in a society where 26-year-olds were arguing for them to be on their parents' health insurance because they're still babies. So that's how this guy comes to
The thing that really bothers me, and I heard from somebody that's serving overseas for us today, said that, when they saw that, they're like, look, we are over here. We volunteered to come over. We've done 3 or 4 tours of duty, and we're trying to fight against the very thing that Rolling Stone is now glorifying and then defending by saying, well, young people can relate.
But here's the thing, well, just to play devil's advocate a little. Rolling Stone did put him on the cover, but a lot of these stations going to make a made-for-TV movie with somebody playing them in the first place. So are they doing anything different from the television networks?
That is an
Look at me.
excellent
Look what I'm
segue.
I would do, if it was for Lifetime, they would focus on one of the girls that's in love with him.
That's right.
That's how they would do
The
it.
tragic
I love the
story.
bomber.
And Meredith
Coming on
Baxter
Lifetime.
Burney would have been in.
Oh,
She's so great. She could take
she
it
would
in.
play every role. She
Is
is
she?
Lifetime. I saw it.
Meredith Baxter Burney.
Oh, my God.
It's Meredith Baxter right now, by the way. Respect the fact that she had a divorce. I believe she's living with a woman, and that's a fact.
Is it really a fact?
Yeah.
That's an
I believe she's a lesbian
It's an
now.
interesting one. I mean,
Thank
I'm
you.
so glad that people who may have, for the first time, tuned into Red Eye got to see.
They
you can
came
learn
for
on
the
this show.
bomber. They stayed for the Bernie loves women.
All right. Well, we're going to move on.